This is my making history video. I hope you enjoy. Who am I? Hello, my name is Holly and my story is about Agnes Winifred Whaler, who became Eve Beck, a famous singer and actress in the early 1900s. Her family was very interesting to find out about. Her brother pictured on the right was Thomas Wilfred Whaler, aka Colin Beck, a famous dress designer. On the left of the picture is Eve. In this picture is Colin Beck and his Aunt Ayla. Notice the cannon to his right side. This is a picture of my granddad and I. Notice the cannon, it's the same one. Eve released her debut recording, Was That the Human Thing to Do, in 1932. She then went on to make a number of recordings for the Sterno label, including some with Charlie Kuhn's orchestra. I am related to her as she is my first cousin 4 times removed. Eve Beck married an Italian count called Eugenio di Rivarolo. He fell in love with her voice after hearing a BBC radio broadcast and went on a hunt to try and find her. A few months later he came to London and while at a party he heard the voice again. They were introduced and they fell in love at first sight. They were married soon after. This is the Queen Mary on its maiden voyage from Southampton to New York on the 27th of May 1936. This is the long gallery on the promenade deck where even Eugenio may have walked along on a journey to New York. What's it like knowing you're related to Eve Beck?
Interesting. When you find that you have somebody famous in your family, then it creates a lot of interest.
How old were you when you first heard about Eve Beck?
I'd be about 35. I started doing my family history and I spoke to my uncle about family members that were still alive, and then he said, well, don't forget, we've got a famous singer in the family. And I said, who? And he said, Eve Beck. She's on records and she was on the radio. And so that's when I first started.
Who in the family told you about her?
It was my Uncle Bert. He was interested in the family history but didn't want to do it. And so I thought that I would do it, and then it snowballed from there.
What relation was he to Eve Beck?
Uncle Bert's father was a cousin to Eve Beck and to Colin Beck, and so that's how he knew them. They were cousins.
Can anyone else in the family sing or play music?
Only Uncle Bert. He was able to play the piano and the organ, and he used to do some singing. So he was the only one. The rest of us are, I think, are tone deaf.
Where did she live?
Eve Beck lived in London because she was on the stage and on the radio, so she obviously had to live where her work was. But when she got married to the Italian count, she went to live in Italy, and she was there throughout the war and only came back after the war in 1944, where her husband died, so she came back as a widow and back to London.
Star of stage, screen and radio, Eve Beck did a lot of BBC radio broadcasts. Who am I? Well, now I know. I found out that I'm related to Eve and Colin Beck. So look how my family tree has grown. I am looking forward to continuing with this project as I have found out that I am related to, on my granny's side of the tree, a royal jockey from the 1920s and 30s called William Alford, and to Charles Mills, who died on the 30th December 1917 on the sinking of the SS Aragon. He was my great-great-granddad. I still have so much to do.